Hi everyone, welcome back. Well, we've had some more exciting progress on our Titan tractor here. We've finally got some of the steering bits that we have been missing made up for us. The steering on the Titan tractor works in a very similar manner to on this Fowler traction engine. So I'll just get in a little bit closer. So we've got our front axle here that swivels on a pin here, and the whole front axle assembly turns. It has chains that come off the steering quadrants here and wrap round a steering shaft back here. As there's a worm drive on the other side that goes up to the steering wheel, and a gear on here. As you turn the steering wheel, this shaft turns and it wraps one chain tighter and releases the other chain, and this allows the front wheels to turn and steer, or the front axle to turn and steer the tractor. Okay, so the front axle bolts onto this part here and swivels on here. There's the front axle down there, and these are the two steering quadrants that we had from this machine. This is the most complete one. It's only missing a small piece off here. The other side, we're missing a lot of it. This is really poor quality cast iron that these are made from, and just about every one of these tractors I have seen, they have been broken on them. So these really weren't usable. Now, we looked at getting them cast, and the foundry told us that if we got a complete 3D printed model, they might be able to use that as the pattern to do the casting. So we had this one scanned and some work done on it to draw in the piece that is missing, and we ended up with a complete 3D printed pattern of what it should look like. Unfortunately, when we took this back to the foundry, they took one look at it and said, no, sorry, we can't do it from that. It's too complicated and we'll need to make up some proper timber patterns for it. The price they gave us, and this was the cost price, to make the timber pattern for one of these, we need a right and a left, was $12,500 just for the timber pattern before we had cast anything, and that was just way beyond the budget that we have for this machine. So progress stalled a little bit at that point. Now, this is a bit of a complicated shape, but it's not impossibly complicated. So after a bit more head scratching, we decided that maybe we would try and get a couple of these fabricated instead of cast. Now, I don't have any tooling that's big enough to bend this piece of metal, or a lathe that's big enough to machine this. I can see all the individual parts in here and how you might fabricate it, but I don't have the tooling to do it. So we sent this back out to Mechanical in 2J, and we have just got back two fantastically fabricated steering quadrants for our Titan. Now, without even if you look closely at these, you'd struggle to pick that these are not cast. Pete has done a fantastic job at replicating exactly what was on the castings. The only way you can tell that these aren't original is that they're not broken, because pretty much every other one that I have seen is broken somewhere. I'm really pleased with these. Pete has done a fantastic job replicating these pretty much exactly as the old castings would have been when they are complete. So a big shout out and thanks to Pete at Mechanical for doing such a great job and moving our Titan project on a little bit further. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little video, and I hope to see you again next time. Thanks, bye.